Hey guys, I'm Lance Edwards. I'm a missionary in Zimbabwe, and I'm so excited that you guys are going to raise some funds for a project in Zimbabwe. The project is Mazwe Village. It's a very, very poor community. These people were squatters living on trash from the trash piles, and they've been relocated into new homes, and their homes are in a very rural area, so they've got nice little homes now, but they don't have a way of growing food or doing anything to sustain themselves. So last year what we did is we took these packs from Fudza packs and we trained them. But this is more than just growing food for them. It enables them to grow food so they can have the dignity of feeding themselves and not always relying on other people to feed them. But when we do the training, we teach them so much about God. Everything we teach is done with godly principles. We have 4 main principles that we teach. On time, so we're very strong on that. They need to plant on time. They need to do it in a timely fashion because God's created a creation that we need to follow, and there's good times to plant and bad times to plant. We do things on time. The second principle we teach with biblical principles is at standard. What that means is we teach them to do things with excellence. It means that they have to do things in straight lines with perfection. Really trying to give God the glory and honor. And there's good agricultural principles behind that, but we have them place the seeds right, we place the fertilizer right. Everything's done well. It's not just done randomly and haphazardly as they tend to do under traditional systems. So we do on time, at standard. We teach them to do things with joy. We find that if we can't do things with joy, then the way we do them is not well done. So those are 3 of the 4 principles. The 4th principle that we also teach is without wastage. And so we teach people to conserve the water, conserve fertilizer. And so we dig planting stations where we place the fertilizer right in the root zone of the plant. We teach them how to not waste space. So every plant is planted a specific distance apart. We teach them how to water. So if there's not timely rainfall, they will go and hand water the crop because we don't want to waste this crop and we want to get the maximum yield out of it. And so there's a lot of principles that we teach without wastage. And we also teach them that we mustn't waste what God's given us, which is our health, our energy, our strength. And so they have the ability to do this farming and this planting because of the way God's blessed them. And there's many other things that we teach them. Don't waste your time. I could go on and on. I want to tell you a little bit about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has been under the same rule or the current regime for the last 34 years. We're in very difficult times. We are now using the American dollar and the South African rand as our official currency because the Zimbabwean dollar went through several billion % inflation and everything was very, very expensive. But it's meant that right now Zimbabwe has an unemployment rate of anywhere from 90 to 95%, which means a lot of people don't have work, and that makes us even more important because people are needing to farm just to live. They don't have money from another job that they can buy food, and so oftentimes what they grow is what they eat, and that's all they can afford. And so it's very important to understand the cultural context that we're in. A lot of the people that I'm working with from Mazwe Village are widows or orphans or grandparents. A lot of the young men have gone away to South Africa to work and left their wives and children, and in many cases orphans with grandparents to look after. So this is a very, very poor community that really needs your help, and I'm so excited that you guys are going to partner, and I'm going to commit to sending you pictures and progress reports so that you can see what your gifts are buying and how they're affecting this community. And hopefully I'll also be able to interview some of the children that are orphans and in these villages so that you can see and be able to relate to what's happening there. So guys, I'm excited and thank you so much for your willingness to help in these projects.